welcome back, cowboys and cowgirls. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. We're at the Newsmax headquarters saloon right here in Midtown Manhattan. But we're joined today, and they'll be coming up in just a couple of minutes more to end today's show by the crypto cowboy himself. Drew Taylor's here from the Wild West Crypto Show. They bought me this fine hat. And speaking of fine, I got one of my finest friends sitting right there. It's Pavlina Osta. You know her as a frequent contributor. She's a producer for Salem, and she's a world traveler, a social media expert extraordinaire, and she's our Gen Z contributor. So when we need to know what's going out there with the young people, we need
you call me, and then I'm here.
That's
and
right.
I come up. It's
and
great.
I feel terrible because you're usually here, but now that Frankie left, you're all the way over there.
This is a very big table.
One of the Twin Towers.
We still got
okay,
it. There we go.
Great.
We're good. We're
so,
good.
Pavlina, we talked about this last week. And you're in touch with a lot of young people. My son's in high school. I went to his orientation, a parent's orientation for his first day.
Oh, good.
And the president of the school, Louis Tobacco at Monsignor Farrell in Staten Island, let everyone know that vapes there's a no tolerance, zero tolerance policy.
Right.
No vapes at all, anywhere, or you're expelled from school.
Wow.
And it seems like the federal government is expelling them from states.
Yeah.
What are kids thinking?
So it's crazy because, like you said, we talked about this last week, but so many things have happened since then. New York has banned flavored e-cigs. Michigan has done the same thing. I think San Francisco is also looking into it. And your son is in high school?
Yes, he is.
In New York City, over 40% of high school seniors are smoking e-cigs. So they really have to crack down on this because it's like totally crazy. Today, I think India banned all e-cigs, which is crazy because 120 million people in India smoke, like they're all smokers. So like, I don't know, the whole thing with e-cigs, the whole epidemic that's going on is with kids and like the flavored e-cigs. So now that they're getting rid of those, that should help that like epidemic, right? But it's supposed to help smokers quit smoking.
Yeah.
What happened to like the patches? Like what happened to that? Like,
yeah,
what happened
but look,
to, like,
some people, when you smoke like I do, I'm not proud of it, but I have an addiction, and believe me, if you ask me, I've seen friends across the world have all kinds of addiction in life.
Yeah.
There is none worse than cigarettes. I can tell you firsthand. It's mentally programs you not to need it physically, but to need it mentally. So the e-cig, if you want something in your hand, like I got my cigar here.
There you go.
Okay. But I feel like the government shouldn't be intervening in some of this stuff. But they're already intervened with kids because kids shouldn't have any tobacco or nicotine products in their hands.
Exactly. And like the availability for them to get it is still kind of crazy. Like
you don't smoke any vapes, do you?
No, not anymore.
Smoke
I used
anything.
to. I had for like a little bit because it was fun and I liked the flavors.
You had a JUUL, it was like fun.
Yeah, like when they first came out, but it got kind of boring after that.
All right. Well, look, I don't know what God would do if he wanted an e-cig.
Right.
But I know if God had a podcast, it would be Pavlina's podcast because she holds the Guinness Book of World Record for interviewers. She has the longest interviews, and if God had a podcast, she'd be a main contributor. And if you had a young adult woman and you wanted to grow up to be just like her because she's amazing, and she keeps me and our audience in tune with what's cool to all the young people.
I love it.
You're
Thank
the bomb.
you, John.
One of the Twin Powers, for those of you watching at home, that was an old cartoon. But she always brings the energy, the noise, and the news you want to know about that's happening to the young people. Pavlina, thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching this whole 2 hours. But do not move, because the Crypto Cowboys and the Wild West Crypto Show is coming back right after this, cowboys and girls.